Good morning, guys. This is Joe, PCG Consulting. Today is the 2nd of December. I've logged in and changed my user access to Marshall, checking her organizer for December. You can see what she's got laid out for the month. 46 calls today. Rockin' job. Plenty to do. Obviously, we are relying on her ability on the phone. But, I just wanted to pop in here and take a look and show you what I see. And let's just pick somebody at random here. And see, everything she's got is follow-up phone calls, which I think is awesome. But I'm just curious as to what happened to the process. Let's pick this guy, Richard Tollison. Yeah. Let's see. Got him set up over here. Richard Tollison, let's take a look. Came in on MSN.com. He's after a used F350. Can't imagine there's a bunch of those. Audit Trail will tell me that my send email has been changed to phone call. So it looks like she's a call monster. Love it. Love to have call monsters. Just want to make sure we're using her time properly. Let's take a look at this lead. Okay, this is a Sam's Club lead. Probably pretty quality. Sam's leads usually are. Let's get this into the screen here so you can see it. And he looks like he requested on AE B16105 is your stock number, so obviously something you've got in stock. Let's take a look. At least we know vehicles are getting fed out there to the world as far as used car inventory. So we got a follow-up phone call. Lead came in at 2:53. Phone call 2:56. Awesome. On it like a rocket. Let's take a look at 5:45. It's almost 3 hours later. We sent a response. We didn't reach him on the phone. Left a message, no answer. But then we waited a few hours to send him pricing. Pricing is $19,991. Well, obviously that's not going to last a long time. Hey, Marshall, if you'll remember, and I know you were new getting started, we want to customize these things. I would have put a space here and typed in, thank you so much for your vehicle purchase requests. Vehicles at this price, this type vehicle, they don't last forever, even at 200,000 miles. They go fast. I would have said something like that. So below I've included that and some other options for you, right? I don't know what kind of timetable this guy's on. But the other two options you sent are 51 and 63,000. So the model is, what we want to do is we want to make sure we send the request vehicle and two options. And one of the options is going to be a like vehicle. And what we want to make sure to do is make sure we send the pricing with the vehicle that they requested, which you did, and a similar option. Remember, if it's a used vehicle, let's say they requested the Ford, send a Chevy or Dodge, whatever you got that's close. If you didn't have anything close, I understand why you sent two new ones. But I mean, the guy's looking at a $20,000 truck, and we sent him $50,000 and $60,000 truck. I'm just thinking about the customer experience. Okay, let's take a look at what went next. That was like 3 hours later, and then 11:15 to 11:19. Let's see what those dates are. And just got a text message. Apologize for the chime in. And let's take a look at the calendar here. 11:19 is on a Wednesday. So this came at 11:15 on Saturday. Okay, so we wait till 3 days later to send a YME. Let's take a look at your YME. Let's get this in the screen so you can see it. Third year in the business. All right. Sent the YME, trying to make some sort of connection. It's 3 days later, 3 hours later on pricing. Used car trucks, a cheap used truck, $20,000 truck buyer. It's a lot of truck you could buy for that kind of money, even though it had 200,000 miles, right? Then on 11/19 at 2:30, we did our second phone call. Well, okay, no answer. And then 11:20 at noon, another phone call. Then thank you email 11:20 by Thomas. Let's take a look at that. See what it says. Sales manager, recent request, hassle-free purchase experience. Appreciate that, Thomas. Looks good. I would have just sent a one-liner. Talking the same story. Hey, vehicles at this kind of price, this much vehicle at that kind of price don't usually last long. Because right now we went from Saturday when this guy was looking on the 15th to the 20th. Now we're at Thursday the next week. And so the little calendar that was created for the task, I don't think is working because we're stretching out the process. Then, of course, she's done phone call on 22nd, 24th. She's a phone monster. Love it, Marshall, that you're a phone monster. Doing great. Any questions now on the 25th? So I see you using templates, following some sort of a process there. I want to call everybody like a madman. Every lead that comes to me that gives me a phone number and email, I'm going to call every single one of them. Relentless, right? But I'm going to stick to the process because I'm not going to reach everybody, obviously. And the time of day that I call and the timing of life, sometimes I just don't catch people, even though they are seriously looking to buy something. The email is the other tool that helps me to get in there while I'm making other calls or fielding other calls. So no answer, no answer. And you could actually take like this one was 11:50, no answer. This one was at 2:15, no answer. This one was at 2:30, no answer. So I don't know. There's several 2:40, no answer. 2:06. So I seem to be calling this guy every time at 2 o'clock with no luck. And I didn't change when I would call him. Probably because you're hammered making a ton of calls. Number one complaint, too much email. Now we're following the process of we're way down the road on days. Just wondering in y'all's mind, do you think this guy's already bought a truck for what he's looking for, 20 grand pickup? Hell, he might be driving a new Dodge because they sell them at 26,000. They're not F350s. At this point, I don't know how this guy used the truck, and does he need that big of a rig? He might. But you can see your pattern there where you're calling this guy almost every time around 2, 3 o'clock with no good luck. I know 11 to 1 and the 4 to 6 seems to be magical. There's a dealer in Louisiana that is having some great success with that. They are following the process with email templates. They're text messaging their clients first, along with that first pricing template. And they are, the manager there is getting the girls to do their bulk calls 11 to 1 and 4 to 6, and they're having tremendous success. In fact, they just pulled their first 10% closing month last month, and she's 6 weeks in now, the new manager. Really liked it. She brought something new to the table and took a look at it and used the skill of calling at optimum times when they could reach people. She's also got a little ditty about, these appointments, there's this 2 or 4 appointment in the afternoon. And obviously a lot of the 2 o'clocks she was able to prove get rescheduled because most folks know that are serious about buying a car. It takes longer than an hour to buy a car, and then we're in trouble. We've got to pick up the kids at school. Pretty interesting statistic. So, anything cool and new you guys come up with, we definitely want to use. And but I don't think this is working for us. Marshall, you're great on the phone. I've heard you before. But this doesn't seem to be producing fruit for you. Your pay plan, I'm sure, is involved in appointments, and appointments show. Uh, but my question at this point, we're 11:29. It was on 11:15. It's scheduled for a call today, but I'm not real sure what's happening here. Try something new, try a different time that we call. And you may be blocking these calls at a time you can only do it because you've got so many calls to do. Anyway, letting you guys see what we see. Thanks so much.